Hello from the Global Legal Hackathon 2008 Final Round Gala here in New York City. We're here on Pier 60 on the side of the beautiful Hudson in gorgeous sunshine, and we're here on the road with Legal Talk Network. And we're back. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Alex Muncey from RSG Consulting, and we're here with Luis, Johannes, and Konstantin from Sondier.ai. So, first of all, I'd just like to know sort of how you guys met and how the idea came together for you to collaborate on this project.
All right, so we've known each other from working together. Johannes actually works with me in our company, and Luis is a friend of mine, and all three of us are developers. We also have David. He's here, but not sitting with us here. Also a developer, so we were 4 developers on the team, and that was great for us, and also a great advantage compared to other teams who only consisted of lawyers. Johannes and I are also lawyers, so we're lawyers and developers.
Fantastic. And would you be able to tell me a little bit about your product and what you're trying to achieve with Sondier.ai?
We thought the mediation process could be improved a lot, and we thought we want to make it simple and easy to find consensus. And so we thought we could prepare a tool to simplify the negotiations, and we started first to think about it, and then we started to think about the design we want to have, and then we started to code, and we had like 25 hours during the Berlin hackathon to code, and so that's it.
Fantastic. And so, in terms of what you're trying to achieve with the product, is this something that you're looking at as a sort of alternative dispute resolution platform, something that could be used by companies instead of a mediation or arbitration center?
It's a tool which we can use it between, like in the family law, between couples as well. We could use it between two countries, two governments. And it's like a framework for solving problems.
Okay, so sort of rather if two parties can't necessarily agree on the merits or their arguments, they can at least agree on a process and a way to.
Yeah, we had this idea of splitting up a conflict into smaller bits and parts and trying to resolve those before trying to fight over things. The example we chose, the divorce. It's typical for a divorce that you fight over a couple of things. Some are more symbolic fights. Some things are really important. Maybe you don't want to get into a lawsuit handling all those things, but go there when it's really necessary. And so what we try to help achieve is micro consensus. The algorithm we wrote, sort of combines commitments of both parties into we call it micro consensus, so everyone has to give in a bit. We try to create a framework that makes it possible to find good solutions for both parties that they can agree on in small bits.
That's fantastic. So you can sort of reduce legal spending by gaining some consensus on certain aspects, and then I suppose if they really can't agree on other aspects, then those can be identified and possibly resolved later through more traditional means.
It helps you concentrate on the things that you really disagree on.
That's good. So in terms of your outlook for the future, what are you looking at routes to market? Are you considering or working or collaborating with law firms in terms of funding, or what's your vision for the next step?
Well, we're still working on the vision for the next few months, to be honest. So far, we're still in hackathon mode. This is still part of the hackathon. Most of our thoughts went into making a great prototype. not as much how we could enter the market with the product effectively. So there's a high probability that we will start thinking intensely about that in the next few weeks. The probability is even higher if we amongst the winners tonight. So.
Yeah, I mean, certainly a lot of those conversations will probably come off the back of today. So it's an exciting time.
Ask us again tonight, maybe.
Fantastic. And just in terms of the actual product, I mean, obviously it was a pretty intense period of those 25 hours in Berlin where you were working on this. I mean, what were some of the bigger challenges that you had? What was the sort of what caused the biggest headache, and how did you go about resolving that?
You're probably waiting for something like getting started or not falling asleep, but it went surprisingly well. Actually, we were a great team, and but of course it's hard work to build something like a working software product within less than 2 days.
Yeah, it's an intense period of time, I can imagine.
We had
sleep.
some hours sleep. Yeah.
Fantastic. Lots of caffeine then to keep you awake.
Also, yes.
Fantastic. And just finally, I mean, before I close out for today, I mean, if listeners would like to follow up and follow your path and your progress, I mean, how could they get in touch with you? Do you have a Twitter handle or any contact information that you could provide to listeners?
Actually, we are on Twitter, Sondier.ai, and as well
spell it maybe because it's Sondier.ai.
Fantastic. Okay. Well, brilliant. Well, thank you very much, Konstantin, Johannes, and Luis. It's been a pleasure to talk with you. And I also want to thank our listeners for tuning in. And if you like what you heard, please rate and find us in Apple Podcasts. And we'll see you next time for another episode of On the Road with Legal Talk Network.
If you'd like more information about what you've heard today, please visit LegalTalkNetwork.com. Subscribe via iTunes and RSS. Find us on Twitter and Facebook, or download our free Legal Talk Network app in Google Play and iTunes. The views expressed by the participants of this program are their own and do not represent the views of, nor are they endorsed by, Legal Talk Network, its officers, directors, employees, agents, representatives, shareholders, and subsidiaries. None of the content should be considered legal advice. As always, consult a lawyer.